As Arthur Ashe once said, one important key to success is self-confidence, and an important key to self-confidence is preparation. So today I would like to talk to you about how to prepare for an interview. As college students, we will all one day have to transition from being students to being employees. And to make that transition successful and to land top of the line jobs, I would like to share my personal take on the whole interview process. Even though I'm a part-time student myself, I have had the chance to interview for a lot of different kinds of firms, and my opinion today is based on my own personal experiences on what works and what doesn't. This will include my personal tips on what to do before, after, and during the interview, and also some of the common mistakes that you can avoid. So to begin with, I would like to speak on how to prepare for an interview. First thing would be to research and to know all you can about the organization you're interviewing for. This step is particularly important because it gives you an overall idea of the company, and you can see if it works for you as a desired workplace that you might want to be in or not. Also, it will give you an upper hand during the interview in case if you were asked of what your understanding is of their organization. If you had the right research and information, you will be able to answer that question correctly, and it will tell your employer that you're very interested in that position and also the amount of effort you have put in prior to entering the building. Also, the other point to know or to keep in mind is that you should always know the description of the job you're applying for. One of the most common questions that potential employees are asked is, why are you interested in this position? So if you knew about the job description, you would know what a person in that position is expected to do and how your qualifications and experiences and skills would match or top that. So now that I have summed up on what to do before the interview, I also have some tips that you can use during the interview process. One very important thing is to carry yourself with confidence. Think of yourself like a product. Think of why this company should choose you over the others and what kind of benefits or assets can you bring to their organization. It's all about selling yourself. With that being said, confidence is very important, but also once you enter the door, that's the same minute they will start judging you. So you want to make sure that you're polite and respectful to everyone you meet. One other thing that I wanted to touch on is expressing yourself with clarity. I once heard a quote that said, "It's all about expression, not impression." And why I believe in expressing rather than impressing is because once you start thinking about what people might think of you, it affects your ability to frame your answers. One way to handle this is to take a moment and understand what you have just been asked for and frame your answers accordingly so that you can best express yourself. Also, keep your answers short and simple, and according to a general guideline, your answers should be less than 90 seconds. Towards the end of the process, one thing that you might want to make sure is to ask your interviewer any questions that you might have for them. A simple question could be like, so what are the next steps from here? Or you could say, what's the potential of growth and advancement with your company? Or something simple like, would you like a list of references? Also, be sure to thank your interviewer for their time and also indicate to them that you look forward to hearing back. With that said, we're all humans and we all make mistakes. Some of the common mistakes that you should avoid during an interview are not knowing enough about the firm, arriving late, rambling, and digressing from what the actual question is, making negative remarks about your employers, and most importantly, turning off all your electronic devices and keeping them away. So to summarize today, I have talked to you about how to be successful in an interview, doing the right things before, during, and after the interview, and also some of the common mistakes that people tend to make. Think of it all as one thing is that you're trying your body language, your behavior, your action, your research, everything as a signal that goes to your employer that you're of high social value and you can be a very important asset to their organization. Like they say, if you want to see the rainbows, you gotta deal with the rain. In other words, if you want to see positive results, you have to put the effort in. That's all I had to say. Thank you for your time.